Do you want to learn how to record vocals right into FL Studio? Well, stay tuned because I'm about to show you how. All right, let's get right into it. Let's learn how to record in FL Studio. And it's a lot easier than you probably think it is. So before we get started with the actual recording, just make sure that you have a USB audio interface. I'll show you a picture of one now. You will need a set of headphones, and you will need a microphone and some sort of microphone stand. As you can see right here, I've got an an Audio Technica AT2020. This thing around it is called a Chaotica eyeball, and what it does is it simulates an actual booth that you would record in. When you're in a professional studio and you're actually in a recording booth, the walls are just lined with audio foam, so it soaks up all of that external sound. This does kind of the same thing, especially for all of the sound behind it, and it just really focuses its range on what's right in front of it. So that's what I use. I have a desk clamp microphone stand, so if I'm not working with my microphone, I can just swing it out, or I can swing it back in whenever I need it. Headphones I have are Status Audio CB1s. They're the best studio monitors you can buy for that money. It's less than $100. And the Audio Technica microphone is also under $100. And the headphones that I have, the audio interface that I have is the Avid Fast Track Solo. But I would recommend actually getting a Focusrite Scarlett if you're just starting out. I'm having issues with my Fast Track Solo. When I turn the volume up and down, for some reason there's a lot of static in the headphones, so I'd recommend the Scarlett. Anyway, let's get right into recording. Let me show you what you need to do in FL Studio after you've downloaded the drivers, you have the ASIO set up. Go into Options, Audio Settings, and you can see that I have selected Fast Track Solo ASIO. ASIO stands for Audio Stream Input Output, in case you were wondering. Every set of software, audio software, probably has their own ASIO. There's also ASIO for all, where you can just run everything on that one. Most of the time when I'm making beats, I use FL Studio ASIO, but since I have this audio interface set up, I need to change that and make sure it says Fast Track Solo. So after you do that, you're good to go. Then we want to open up the mixer. So this is the mixer button right here. Oh, I've got it minimized. That's why I couldn't see it. Here I've brought in all the stems. The reason I'm using stems instead of just adding vocals while I'm making the beat is to save CPU power. So if you're just using WAV files and then you're recording vocals over those, you still have the flexibility to mix those and do a couple things, but it's not taking up all of your CPU power, which it's really annoying when you hear a lot of pops or clicks in your audio, or it's dragging or anything like that. So you really want to make sure you're using as little CPU power and memory as possible when you're recording. So here we go. We're on channel 17. I've renamed it REC for record. And you'll want to go to your input. You can see there's a few choices. They all say Fast Track Solo ASIO. I'm going with N1 because it's a mono signal. It is not stereo. And as you can see, the little things are bouncing up and down. The little graphic equalizer, I guess. It's not really a graphic equalizer, but they're bouncing up and down to my voice, so you know that it's working. All right, so what we're going to do next is I'm actually going to record a little bit. Probably won't get it on the first take, which is good, because then I can show you what to do if you don't get it right on the first take. Some people like to do like multiple takes and then kind of slice and cut the best ones from each one. I prefer just to do a really good take and leave it and choose my best take. It ends up sounding more natural and has more of a flow to it when I do it that way. It's all up to you. It's all to taste. So let's go get ready to record. So if you look at this button right here, this is your metronome. I have this selected because the intro, here, let me deselect it. The intro to the song actually doesn't have any drums playing. And I'm not sure if you can hear that or not. You probably can't. But trust me, there are no drums playing. So I'm going to choose metronome, and you can hear a click. Here, I'll put the headphones by the microphone so you can hear it real quick. When you have the metronome selected, you can get your tempo. So if you have an intro and you need a count in, you'll have that there. So let's record. Let's do it. One thing that you will want to select is this little red circle right here. That arms it to record. So as soon as it starts, it'll start recording on a recording channel. Here we go. Floating on a cyclone. Alright, that's perfect. I was in the wrong key. I missed the entire intro. It was a terrible take, so this is a great example. So if you look here, you can see that something was recorded. And it was added to your, if you click this little button right here, it shows all of the files that are imported, all your WAV files. This one at the bottom is the one you recorded. Now I don't want to keep this, and I don't want it taking up memory on my computer. So what you can do is just hit Control plus Z. I don't think it's working because I've got recording software on. I just right-clicked it. But you'll want to get rid of it here too. So make sure that this is gone, and that way it won't confuse you later when you have a bunch of takes and you're looking for the right one. So let's delete that. Alright, let me remember the key. So I'm going to turn recording off real quick. That's where it should be. Okay, so here we go. We're going to record. Just going to do a 2-measure count in. Floating on a cyclone, floating on a cyclone, floating on a cyclone, floating on a cyclone, floating on a cyclone. That was a lot closer, but I'm going to do one more. Floating on a cyclone, floating on a cyclone, floating on a cyclone, floating on a cyclone, floating on a cyclone. There we go, and we have it. That's how you record into FL Studio. You'll want to rename this something. Rename the name of your sample into something so you can remember. I'm going to call it Cyclone Intro. And that's it. And in subsequent videos, I will show you how to edit all of these, how to mix, what to use for your vocal chain, and all of that. But for this tutorial, that is how you record in FL Studio. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, please sign up, subscribe, share, like, all those good things. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video.